Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the weekly look ahead. It's Sunday, December 2nd. I just landed. We just got back, I don't know, 45 minutes ago or so from PAX Unplugged. I apologize if I sound a bit under the weather. I still am. Yeah. But good news. Con season has officially ended as far as heavy cardboard is concerned. What does this mean? It means I get to unpack the house. That also means regular, steady content for you guys for the foreseeable future. There are a couple of weekend events here or there, but it shouldn't affect the show in any way, shape, or form over the course of the next couple months. So, looking forward to that. That said, let's go ahead and roll into what's coming up this week. So, first up, continuing our series of lunchtime with heavy cardboard, we're doing something that is definitely not entirely sure how good of a game it is, but it definitely is a unique animal, pun included, and that is Mayfly. We're going to do a two-player, Jess and myself, a two-player live stream of Mayfly, which we picked up at Essen 2018. That's going to be at noon Eastern Standard Time, which is 1700 UTC and 1800 CET. Co-op, so not something that would normally fall within the scope of heavy cardboard. However, unique, obscure, kind of follows the theme of what's going to be coming for the podcast this week. So that kind of makes sense. All right. So bear with us on that. And it's not long. It's going to be a very short stream on Monday, but it's a bit of an odd duck or an odd fly, as it were. If you're not familiar with what a mayfly is, well, you can always Google it when we're done here. So that is Monday at noon Eastern Time. Then on Tuesday, we have a special guest coming into HCHQ, the studio here, and the rabbi, Philip, is going to be coming, and we're going to be live streaming Great Western Trail with Rails to the North expansion that we just picked up at Essen as well. So we streamed, it was myself, Sweater Mike, and I can't remember who else, uh, down in the basement in the original studio. We live streamed Great Western Trail. And the majority of the streams that were done down in the basement, I have wanted to redo now that we have an actual studio here. Well, might as well bring in the expansion as well for this. So that's what we're doing on Tuesday at 1900 Eastern Standard Time, which is midnight UTC or 0100 CET. Hopefully you guys join us. There's going to be four of us for the live stream on Tuesday. All right. So Great Western Trail with the new expansion. Then on Thursday, we have the podcast. The original plan for the podcast was going to be that we were going to review Smartphone Inc. That was because we weren't sure we were going to be able to record the deep cuts panel that I was fortunate enough to be asked to be a part of at PAX Unplugged. However, I was able to record that. I still haven't been able to hear the audio yet and hear how the sound quality is on that, but hopefully it sounds pretty good. Nonetheless, that's going to be the release for the podcast this week on Thursday. So the Deep Cuts panel was myself, Cole Worley, Andy Mesa, and Rand Lemley, and we talked about, it was only about an hour, so we were limited on time, but we wanted to focus on Mayfly kind of falls in that category, as does Swedish Parliament 2014, the obscure, the not perfect, the rough edge games, the not large scale production games, the non-mass consumed games, both how to find them, how we go about finding them, some of them, and highlight some of the publishers and types of games that fall into that. Thought it was a pretty interesting discussion, and those that we talked to afterwards also thought it was an interesting discussion. So we thought we would present that to y'all. A number of patrons in Slack had requested this, so listening to our patrons, that's what we're bringing to you guys on Thursday. So look for that on the podcast. You can go to heavycardboard.com and listen to it there, or on your regular podcast feed. Just subscribe to Heavy Cardboard on whatever podcast app that you use. All right. So looking forward to y'all hearing that, and hopefully we can get the audio sounding pretty good for y'all on that. Also on Thursday is the last thing going on for this week, and that is a live stream of Shipyard. Shipyard has a special place in my heart I'll talk about here in a minute, but that's going to be at 1900 Eastern Standard Time, 0 midnight UTC, 0100 CET, full teach and playthrough 4-player Shipyard game. So Shipyard was actually, I've told this story before, but it was episode 0 of the podcast. It was our test episode that Tony and I did. And so Shipyard's always kind of had a special place in my heart. Plus, it's a really good game. I really enjoy it. Vladimir Suchi's best game, although he says Underwater Cities is, and you'll be seeing that in the coming weeks as well from us. So you guys will be able to make your own opinions on that. But Shipyard coming Thursday night at 1900 Eastern Standard Time. And that's it. That's what we have coming to you from Heavy Cardboard this week. Literally just got off the plane and landed from Philly. Had a great time seeing folks, meeting a whole lot of folks. I hosted a live teach and play of 16 different tables of Root. Big shout out to the folks at PAX Unplugged for asking me to do that, as well as facilitating that. And a huge thank you to everybody over at Leader Games, Patrick, Cole, and the whole gang. A lot of them, including Cole and Patrick and others, actually came and helped answer questions, because 16 tables, all new players, learning that all at once. It was an exhausting event. It took about 4 hours overall for every table to finish, but everybody seemed to really enjoy it. And I got to say, they probably ended up selling about 40 copies of the game after that, because it seems a lot of people really, really enjoyed it and were turned on to a game that they weren't necessarily sure that they would enjoy. So a big thank you to Jess for helping out with that, the other patrons that came and hung out and helped out with that, as well as, like I said, Leader Games, as well as PAX Unplugged. So that was a really, really good time. And then yesterday we did the panel that you guys are going to hear on Thursday. So it was an exhausting trip, but it was a lot of fun. I got some good content, hopefully you guys think. And yeah, that's about it for this week. So that said, yeah, there we go. So thanks everybody for watching live as well as after the fact. I'll see you guys tomorrow at noon for Mayfly. So thanks everybody, and feel free to share the schedule on your favorite social media platform or wherever with your local group as well. All right. Take care, everybody. I'm going to go take a nap now. All right. Take care, y'all.